Hello and welcome to Straight from the Training Ground, the podcast where we share our love for the beautiful game and the people out in their communities doing beautiful things. This is another OVPL preview. I'm Jay here with Ryan from Highlanders and OVPL commish, Brandon. Glad to have you with us. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Good to be here.
So, Brandon, technically the season has actually started. We have had one match played already, so the season is officially underway. But with that being said, it's a very exciting time here as everyone is gearing up for the upcoming OVPL season. Any changes or anything new to look for this summer, Brandon?
Biggest one yet, really. 19 men's teams, 6 women's teams. Things are still looking good. Not to count too many ahead, but I think it's looking like we even have 4 commitments already for 2024 on the men's side. So it's a positive start to how things are going. And I think it really shows the commitment level of the clubs that are in the league right now and have continued to help it grow and provide opportunities for players, coaches, and communities to have some fun soccer to support.
Could you give us some names of some of the new teams that may be joining the league?
Yeah, so a few of the new ones so far is FC Indiana, which is a big one coming over. They were a member of a national league and decided is best suited for them to play regionally. Makes a lot of sense in budgets and local travel as compared to traveling. Maybe sometimes your closest trip is your closest opponent is 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
Danville Locomotive out of Danville, Kentucky. Big time there. Local soccer there is really popular at Center College. Boyle County and Danville High School both have had strong programs in any given year. And even in the surrounding areas, there's strong soccer there in Central Kentucky. So it's good to see that there, expanding a little bit more into Kentucky and outside of the major cities per se, right? Here in Cincinnati, there's a new one called Pro FC, which is exciting to have them. It's a group of guys that are, come from a variety of backgrounds. Some of them refugees for any sort of reason. Went to all local schools here in Cincinnati. So it's pretty cool to see them have an opportunity to represent their culture and their community, whatever that community may be, and that they have a place to play that they normally wouldn't. And even then, some of the youth clubs may have priced them out as well. So they've kind of banded together to start that themselves. And really, another one to have back, I guess, is Club Ohio out of Central Ohio. They took a year hiatus after being in the league once. They got some restructuring, kind of got things together, and they're back. So that's exciting to have them back.
And also Sporting Columbus on the men's side?
Yeah, Sporting Columbus. So they started with a women's team in OVPL last year, and they expanded into the men's side this year, which is cool to see. And then we got a new area, too, in Youngstown with Project 24, which will be very exciting to see Youngstown soccer kind of getting out there and stepping into regional competition.
And then there's been some addition on the women's side as well, correct?
Yeah, so we had one of the big ones that I think could see some continued growth is Fusion FC in Northern Kentucky, kind of just in the Florence area, Florence Y'all, as many people might recognize. That they're dipping their toes into it here for the first time. Cincy SC, who started as a men's club, youth club, added a men's team, and now is adding a women's team as well. So that's pretty cool to have that growth.
Great, excellent.
Nice. So this question, I guess, for both of you, what do you kind of look for this upcoming season? Ryan, you've been in the league now a couple of years. Brandon, obviously you're the commissioner, so you see a lot. You oversee a lot of all the teams throughout the season. What are some things for people to keep an eye on? Anything you think that might come up for this season?
Well, I'll take a go at that one. I think on our side, I just think in terms of the teams, we're personally looking to be similar if we can. It's the last couple of years with 2 successful years, so we'd look to do that. But there's some other strong teams out there. I know Sporting Columbus are probably going to be anchored around a high Dominican university, so they're going to have some strong college players in their setup, I would predict. And then also OP, Ohio Premier, is just such a strong club, an elite youth club, so they have a big pipeline to pull from when they put their summer team together. So I just think in terms of playing and the level on this side, those are probably a couple of teams that I'd keep my eye on. And then we've also got Spire, who are a new club for the league. They're coming in from northwest PA. Cleveland, Eric. Okay, and then so they're going to come in. Then the coach is. Remind me who the coach is, Brandon. He's a really successful high school coach. I've actually spoken to him, but I forget his name.
McLaughlin from Cleveland St. Ignatius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of a storied high school coach. And so he's going to be very strong, obviously, what he brings to the table and the coaching and the players I'm sure he can pull from. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be some strong teams again. So we'll see on this side of the bracket.
And there's been some realignment. Is that correct, Brandon? Some shuffling a little bit of divisions and things?
No, we're still River and Valley and in a women's division.
Okay, just added some teams.
Yeah, there was talk in the league, and again, what we're here for our members. There was talk about splitting it up into more divisions with less teams per division. One of the talks behind that was just to even more localize it, to have more local competition and try to reduce as much travel as possible. In the end, and I completely understand that was voted to keep a river and a valley, so you have more opponents that you play less, fewer times, as opposed to having fewer opponents that you play more times. One of the perks of traveling here regionally is just seeing different competition, different cities, different venues, as opposed to seeing the same people time and time again.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, along those lines, Ryan, obviously you are the coach, the manager, the kit man, transportation director, head of merchandising. Am I leaving anything out?
We have a bar this weekend, so the social director as well.
Social director, concession stand operator for Highlanders. But in all seriousness, you're getting ready to open up the season. First home game, correct, this Saturday. So tell everybody a little bit about that, your opponent, what you're looking for. And now that you've started training here a little bit, what you're looking for from the team for the upcoming season.
So we kick off at 2:00 on Saturday. The Wheeling in Wheeling, actually the Highland Sports Complex, great facility. We used it a couple of times last year, but it's a great outdoor facility at the brand new complex, which also has an indoor soccer field, full size, all kinds of stuff. It's got climbing walls, arcades. It's a really cool place to be at, and for us to have the games there, we're excited about that. It's our kickoff. We've had about 5 or 6 training sessions, so the guys are eager to get on the field and play. We had a scrimmage that was canceled, so this will be our first run out. Our team this year, it's a very new team, so it's a whole new slate of players. We've probably got about 5 returning players out of the 27 guys on the roster, 5 or 6 returning players. And it's a great mix again as well. We've got actually 9 Wheeling players on the roster, which is good. And so a lot of them are going to be showing in the games. A lot of guys from the local universities, which is Wheeling University and West Lib, and some guys from further afield. So we're excited about it. We play Erie Commodores, and obviously a strong youth club there, so they'll have some players to pull from. We're just ready to get going. That's about where we're at right now. Yeah, there's our flyer for a home opener. And we are actually excited. We're welcoming back the league's second top scorer with us again this season, is Richie Afalayanka. There he is there on the right. So it's we got some good quality guys coming back and a whole new slew of new guys. So we're excited about that.
That's great. Sounds good. I also would like to take a quick chance, Brandon, while we're on here, to announce. We announced already that Uno Zero and our partnership for the upcoming season. Uno Zero will also sponsor not only a best 11 each month throughout the season, but we're also very excited to announce that they're also going to sponsor the MVP award from the All-Star game against the Indy 11. So that will be awesome. That is in July, correct, Brandon?
Yeah. Target date right now is July 8th.
So that'll be that's something new, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a partnership we're working on with them. They want to continue to utilize what we've been doing and the clubs have been doing in identifying talent and giving players opportunities to move to the next level.
Yeah, so very excited to announce that. Very thankful for Uno Zero for partnering with us to do that. So they will be presenting and sponsoring an All-Star Game MVP as the OVPL All-Star team will take on Indy 11. And then also Uno Zero will be sponsoring a Golden Boot winner on both the men's side and the women's side, which the OVPL will present at the end of the season for the highest goal scorer on each side. So very excited about some of those new things. Headed our way with the OVPL. Very thankful for Uno Zero and all of their support. So that'll be great. Any last words here, guys, for anything for the upcoming season? I know a lot of people out there are very busy, on the men's and women's side as things are ramping up here pretty quickly as the season gets underway here for the entire summer.
No, things are great. Yeah, excited about it. Glad it's going. We have 2 games this weekend. West Virginia Highlanders kicking off their season with Erie Commodores, and then over here in this side in this division, we have Northern Kentucky Nitro kicking off against Pro FC in their OVPL debut.
Oh, so Nitro are coming outside after being in the indoor league for the whole winter, I guess.
All winter. Yeah, they've been going and debuting their brand new venue in Boone County Pee Wee Football Association as their home field.
There you go. You heard it here first.
All right. Nice.
All right. Well, Brandon, thanks for joining us. I know you're very busy as the league is getting underway. Very excited for all the new things, the upcoming All-Star game and everything else, all the new teams that have been added. Ryan, best of luck to the Highlanders and their season opener. As social director, I hope things go well on and off the pitch for the Highlanders. And for everybody else, thanks again. Make sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and keep up the great work out there in all of your communities.